Oh, hey, what's up? It's Ralphbob.
Hey, yo, we are in the end game now.
We're in the end game now.
We're coming down close to Shadowlands, and also we're almost at 100 subscribers. I think the last time I checked, we're 99 subscribers out of 100. So if you want to subscribe, feel free to hit that subscribe button and get it to the 100 mark. Blizzard just posted a fresh development update for Shadowlands version 9.0.2. Introducing 9.0.2. So I wanted to go over this real quick and give a rundown. There's not too much to go over, just gonna glance over it real quick, give you some brief information on what Blizzard is thinking and what they're changing. All right, so let's get into it. So the first part is that they're trying to smooth out the leveling experience from 51 to 60. So they're going to be updating that and just putting that out in the beta so people can give it a shot. So we'll see how fast or how slow they're trying to achieve 51 to 60 and what the state of that is as we move into Shadowlands. And next is alt leveling. So this is going to be pretty big for people who are alt fanatics, as my editor Fridge is as well. He has every class at 120, and if not more. My mom is the same way. She levels up constant alts throughout each expansion. The biggest thing here is that I'll read this right here word for word. In this week's build, alts emerging from the maw for the first time will be met in Oribos by the mysterious Fate Scribe, who now offers an explicit choice between replaying the narrative arc as first-time characters experienced it or following the threads of fate to their inevitable conclusion and beginning the journey at a point following the climactic events at the end of Revendrath's story. Characters choosing the latter option will enter the Shadowlands in a state where the entire narrative campaign has already been completed, with new bonus objectives available in locations that were previously central to the campaign. Lucrative zone-wide objectives for each of the 4 zones will provide additional structure while allowing alts to roam the Shadowlands as they prefer, earning gear and experience through their choice of a zone side quest, bonus objective, and world quests, dungeons, or rares and treasures. Whew. Pretty much as soon as you come out of the maw, which is like the first intro starting quest, you can choose how you want to progress your alt, what you want to do. Do you want to level through story? Do you want to level through other various means? Do you already know which covenant ability you want to go for? You can click that and you can go for it. You don't have to do the whole rigmarole of leveling each thing and throughout the linear storyline. You've already done it. You don't want to do it again. If you don't feel like you want to do it again, you have the choice to do so. So that's really nice. Next, Torghast progression. A number of players in the past couple months on beta have raised concerns about what seemed like excessively lengthy introduction quest lines. There used to be 6 successive tutorials that had to be completed before players could access the real feature. So now they've reduced it to just 1 introductory run that also grants access to the Rune Carver, but the other quests to rescue Jaina and Thrall from Torghast are still in there. And that spans the 6 main Torghast cell blocks, rewards legendary crafting materials, and eventually unlocks the Twisting Corridors. And the Twisting Corridors should come into its own as the challenge mode wing of Torghast. Challenge mode, it's in quotes, offering 18 floors at a higher level of difficulty than the rest of Torghast. Okay, so I don't think there's going to be the infinite floors to Torghast thing that there was before when the beta started. I believe it's only 18 floors, and you can opt into doing the challenge runs, and it just progressively gets harder and harder. I unfortunately don't have the beta. Next, they have a lengthy thing about covenants here. Basically, they're just telling you how to go about switching covenants and how it's not super detrimental to switch covenants in between and going back and forth, but it will take a little bit of time to switch between major covenants to get different abilities and different soul binds if you're not happy with your original choice. Basically, the way it works is if you start with a covenant and you don't like it, you can easily switch to a new one and start working on the renown, which is the reputation for your covenant, which will unlock certain abilities as you go along. There will be catch-up mechanics for this reputation. You won't feel behind. If you want to go back to your original covenant, That's where the friction is, but it takes a 2-week long quest, and in their words they said the intent is that they are largely ceremonial rather than feeling like an arduous grind. So this 2-week long quest chain to get you back into that covenant and start working on the renown. You won't lose renown if you switch covenants. That's a big thing. So if you're rank 15 renown with the Venthyr and you go and rank up Kyrian starting from level 1 and then you come back to Venthyr for some reason, then you're still ranked 15 with the Venthyr. So you don't lose that renown. It just takes a few weeks, 2 weeks, to get back into the covenant that you left and then came back to. How often is that going to happen? I have zero idea. But based on the balancing act that they're trying to do between these covenants, it might happen more often than you think. All right, next is the PvP itemizations. This has been a big thing going around the community right now, is the PvP vendors, and they're looking at them. They agree with the underlying concerns. We are considering a few different solutions, such as working the stat coverage of the vendor gear and or providing PvP specific bonuses through those items. As soon as we've settled on a direction, we'll share a plan for a feedback. Okay, so they are changing the vendors in some way to try and appease the PvPers out there and make PvP more interesting. I hope that it's something good, because I've always enjoyed PvP and I've always enjoyed trying to get the PvP specific sets. I think everybody back in the day, they enjoy getting the sets, but getting them randomly from a box or one in every 100 games that you play in arena or battlegrounds just doesn't feel good. So putting the vendors back in is a good play, but they need to be done right for them to work. Sockets is the last thing on the list here. Sockets will still be randomly generated on dropped pieces of gear, but there will be a vendor that you can buy sockets from. Allow players to add sockets to their items via a consumable sold by Venari in the Maw. So yeah, you can buy sockets for your helm, rings, neck, bracers, and belts from Venari in the Maw. So you will be able to buy sockets if you're unlucky, like I am generally when it comes to getting sockets in World of Warcraft. But there is no war forging or titan forging in the game. The only randomness that comes with your gear will be the sockets, from what I understand. That's the big developer update so far. They are still listening to player feedback. If there's any way that you guys feel that you need to put feedback in, go to the threads, go to the forums, play the beta if you have it. Make sure to tell Blizzard what you think and get that information out there, but don't do it in a toxic way. Don't do it in a toxic way. Be polite, respectful, and articulate your feelings. And remember to subscribe and like the channel if you like it. And come visit us over at twitch.tv/Ralphbob. I'm gonna be streaming for like 8 or 9 hours when Shadowlands goes live. I'm on East Coast, so it goes live on 7 p.m. Eastern on the 26th of October. So be there on stream and we can level together. Yay. All right. Have a good one, guys. See ya.